In the back streets of Manchester, a taxi driver and his family are also preparing to join the revolution. In Libya, Hissam Sultan was a highly qualified engineer, but 20 years ago, he and his family fled Gaddafi.
Just run away, you know, leave everything in home, just everything. So now this the camp, the people, you know, this very, very desperate. Everything, you know, they needed.
His wife Aziza and his eldest daughter Amina, who's a university student, have volunteered to drive one of the ambulances and deliver the aid they've collected to refugee camps in Tunisia.
Everyone's just trying to help out in different countries, whatever they can. Well, that's the least we can do, so, you know, trying to show our support and everything like that.
They're travelling to London to meet up with Ibrahim and the other members of the convoy. Later that night, Ibrahim and his brother Khaled meet the London coordinator of the National Transitional Council, Juma El Gomati.
We are so embroiled now in the fight we have.
He's been helping them plan the convoy's safe passage through the disputed border areas.
The way we look at it is that if people inside Libya are paying with blood, then the least the Libyans outside Libya could do is pay by their money and their sweat and their energy and their time. And I think that has been in abundance.
In Libya, the war is now 4 months old. In that time, the opposition forces have made major gains. The siege of Misrata, which lasted 50 days, has been won, though at great cost. But to take the capital, the revolutionary forces must cut it off from the south, the Western Mountains, the Jabal Nafusa. In England, the convoy's almost ready to go.
Yeah, I know, we're late, but... What?
Is that your dad?
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Yeah, he's telling us we're late.
Another Libyan aid worker, Saad al-Mughrabi, has volunteered to drive the second ambulance. The last recruit to the convoy is Mohammed al-Jami, who'll be delivering a pickup truck to the revolutionaries.
It's diesel, this guy, right? Yeah, you're half.
It's been donated by another Libyan exile. It'll be fitted with a gun or rocket launcher for the makeshift army fighting to overthrow Gaddafi.
Yeah, here's perfect, here like this. Okay, buddy, listen. I'll give you a call later, okay?
The convoy will drive 1,200 kilometers across Europe to the Italian port of Genoa. From there, they'll take a ferry across the Mediterranean to Tunisia, which is also unstable following its revolution. Then they'll drive south to enter Libya's war-torn Jabal Nafusa.
عاش الطنغازي والبيضة وجدبيا وعاش الزنتين عاش المرجوع عاش الدرنا والزاوية وعاش البطمان عاش الطنغازي والبيضة وجدبيا وعاش الزنتين عاش المرجوع.
That truck is awesome. Like, every time I look at it, I like it more and more. It's a cool vehicle, and I hope we get it all the way there, actually, because when it gets there, it's going to have a gun loaded on the back and it's going to go into battle. Gaddafi and his regime systematically oppressed the Libyan people and suppressed their hope and their ambitions, kept them down.
A lot of people, they have been killed, children, ladies, old man.
We couldn't say he killed their spirit, because we can see now, after the people have risen up and woken up, that the spirit was there all the time. They are alive and they are awake and they are fighting for their rights. But he's held it down for 42 years, had absolutely no hope.
Yeah. Here, okay. Where is the side of Mecca? This way. Okay.
Allahu Akbar.
It's definitely an emotional journey for us. In the future, when our country is free, and it will be soon, we can go back to our houses, we can go home.
Ibrahim is still trying to keep in touch with friends in Tripoli, but they have to be careful what they say on the phone.
Phones are all being monitored. Things are the same in Tripoli today as they have been for the last few weeks. Nothing's happened. They're fed up, and they're bubbling under the surface, they're boiling, they really want to do something, but there's nothing they can do yet.
Hi guys, welcome to Italy.
In Tripoli, 4 months into the revolution, the capital city is under virtual siege. There's no internet and no way out without official permission. But hundreds of would-be fighters have been making their escape from the capital. They're now in training camps in the Western Mountains, where they're preparing for the final assault on Tripoli. In this camp near the town of Jadou, 200 men who've given up their normal lives to join up are at the end of a 2-week training course. After this, they'll go to the front to face the might of Gaddafi's professional army. Abdelraouf Guela, an engineering student, and his best friend, English teacher Rabia Dehan, left their homes in Tripoli in May.
I believe I still need more.
They joined up with Rabia's brother, Sultan, who's been injured in training.
I still remember that day, and I was at his house, the time where Tunis and Egypt, the revolution was starting. And I was telling him, do you think that our people will do something, Libya?
Yeah. I remember I said, no way that's going to happen in Libya. Libyans are too relaxed to have something like that.
These young men will join the newly formed Tripoli Brigade and fight alongside other groups like Abdel Basset's to make up Libya's revolutionary force.
We got the light weapons mostly. We've got the AK-47s and the machine guns and some of the rocket launchers, Hound launchers and different kinds of medium weapons. And we have 3 different tanks here. BMB is one of them. And we are getting used to how to use them.
If those are military secrets, I don't know you.
No, they're not. We know that our case is true. We've seen the firing, we've seen the blood in Tripoli. We were there in the Green Square on the 20th of February. We've seen how they've treated these protests. Everyone is so pumped up, they want to go to the front line. We want to go now. We've got enough training, we need to go to the front line.
"2,000 kilometers away from Libya's front line, Ibrahim's at the Italian port of Genoa, boarding the ferry to Tunis.
Okay, that's it. We're done.
On board, other Libyan exiles are also on their way home.
So working with the community from Sweden, Libya, and they've sent ambulances and they've filled them with tools for the hospitals and a lot of other equipment which they want to send.
وفي مدينة مر مجموعة كلها في قافلة جاية من النرويج بعد بكرة في الباخرة اللي طالعة بعد بكرة.
It's just wonderful. Every step of the way, we're meeting people who are on that journey as well. You know, they could so easily turn their head, look the other way, and say, "Oh, it's not my problem." But so many people are turning around and saying, "It is my problem, and they are my people, and they're paying a huge price for freedom. I've got to contribute."
وإن شاء الله يعني في المستقبل إن شاء الله نفتكوا من معمر القذافي يعني إن شاء الله يعني تهدى الأمور شوية يعني تهدى الأمور. بالضبط. أنت عارف العالم كله حاليا مع الشعب الليبي.
Libyan people are doing this. It is a Libyan revolution, and we will be the ones who achieve freedom. The Libyan people will achieve freedom for themselves. We've got the people. We just need the supplies, we need the ammunition, we need the organisation, making sure that the guys who are putting their lives on the line have what they need to get the job done. We will do it, we will beat him.
Ibrahim Al-Mayat and a band of exiles from the UK are on their way with a convoy of aid and supplies to join the revolution in Libya. They're headed first for Tunis, where they'll meet up with Ibrahim's father, Abduladim Al-Mayat. Abduladim has flown in from Cairo ahead of the convoy. He's been making sure everything's in place for their mission to the Western Mountains. At his seaside hotel near Tunis, known locally as the Revolutionaries Resort, he's met up with some old friends. One is a sports commentator and the other a coach with the Libyan national football team. They reveal to Abduladim that the team is about to defect to the revolutionaries' side.
بهذه الطريقة يعني أفضل من يحملوا بندقية.
He said that is the way we are showing our fight, you know, instead of carrying the gun, but we are showing in the other field, which is the football field. He said, this is the young people revolution. They blow on us the spirit again, you know, and we are young people, so, you know, young people in our heart, you know.
نحن نفعل ما لم نفعله قبل 30 سنة.
We do what we didn't do 30 years ago.
Back on the ferry, Ibrahim is about to arrive in Tunis.
We're pretty close to shore right now, but I'm fairly sure we're probably at least 4 hours away from clearing the port and getting to our hotel. I'm excited. It feels good to be arriving here. And yeah, I'm ready to go.
As they leave the ship, there's a warning from another convoy driver.
Beware.
We will.
In the day, it's normal.
All right.
But in the night, it's shit.
There's a lot of shit in the night.
So what happens? What's going on at night?
Because Ben Ali will pay 35,000 an hour.
You hear that, guys? 35,000 prisoners released from prison, haven't been rounded up, and they're roaming the streets by night. Apparently things are pretty heavy at night. So the sound advice from a friendly Tunisian guy, don't travel by night.
It's not escaped prisoners, but the Tunisian authorities who are the immediate threat to the convoy.